Follow the leader, follow the leader. That leader being us. The Wreckfast Club. Welcome.
Welcome to the Wreckfast Club.
If you've never listened before, this is a great place to jump in, I guess.
Sure, why not?
As I do a sequel. I do a sequel to an episode we did a long time ago. But yeah, what we do, let's do that. We did that in the start of this one.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
So
explain what we do a little bit.
Yeah, we were really pissed though.
Were we?
Last time.
That doesn't sound like us.
Yeah, we recorded it in the depths of lockdown.
All you've told me about this is that you listened back to the first episode in this sequence and said that we've gotten a lot better since
I think
then.
we have, yeah. The lockdown probably didn't help, and we did count our beers at that point.
Oh, okay. Did we fucking
So to give you an example, to give you a little clue as to what I'm doing,
yeah.
I think you drank, and you didn't say in pints, you said in litres, 2.5 litres of beer.
Oh my god.
I drank 9 beers. So, so this podcast is where we drink a fair few beers, and we'll go through a film. I'll tell it to Dave, and Dave will react like a funny man.
I will. Yeah, that's what I do.
And, listeners to the podcast and followers of our social media will know that I recently went on a little business trip.
Mm-hmm.
And again, for tax reasons, it was Blackpool. And I've brought back some Blackpool money.
Oh, hello.
Here we go.
Blackpool money.
Blackpool money. Just tokens for the fair. So
lovely.
So when Dave is particularly funny during this episode, I might just give him a little tip.
Something to work for.
Something to work for.
I can't believe I'm going to end up in debt after this episode.
Maybe to the Blackpool banks.
Yeah.
So Dave, do you want to hazard a guess at what I'm doing?
I've got no fucking clue, to be honest. I'm trying to think back to old episodes that we haven't done a sequel for. The only one that's coming to mind is Spider-Man.
Okay, well...
Is it Spider-Man 2?
It's not Spider-Man 2. It is a really good film. This is also a really good film. Okay. It's not Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Dave, I watched Aliens today.
Did you? Oh, mate. Yeah. This has been on the list for a long time.
On the cards for a long time. It's really good when we're so self-indulgent that with all the films in the world...
we go back and do the sequels to the ones we've already done.
The ones we've already done.
Yeah. Well, we know what we like.
And we like what we do. Thanks, Andrew WK. That one's for you, sunshine.
I'm so excited for this, mate. What a film.
What a film.
I can't wait for this.
Let's just drop right in.
Let's just get into it.
It's moody. Moody start. Can you guess where we are?
Are we in space?
We're in space.
Is anyone screaming? Can we hear them?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
No, there is no screams. And even if there were...
we wouldn't know about it.
We'd have no fucking clue. Because we're on Earth, at home, in our beds, fully nude.
That is where we can typically be found.
Football Manager may have been on the other screen. I can't possibly comment. Couldn't possibly comment what you are up to, the listener. So we're on a ship, and we see a cryo-slept Ripley.
Nice. Is that the correct terminology?
Well, she's cryo-sleeping. So, and I don't know what this was in the past, so I'm going to go with yeah. I mean, it's probably in the future timeline-wise, but I don't know. It didn't tell me with a big wall of text at the start of this one, with a massive encore saying, in a galaxy far away, long time ago, or whichever way around that goes. I don't know, Dave. This could be any time. Couldn't possibly say. Cameron, I'm going to say.
I think it was.
You let us know.
Yeah.
You get us on to your podcast. Yeah, we're very good at guest spots, as other people may have found out.
Knows, yeah.
Well, we don't know about me. So, some people might know. This ship gets sucked off by a massive other ship.
Oh, no way.
Straight away.
No way.
Straight away sucked off.
Straight away drama. Yeah. Straight away sucking off.
And we get a nice big musical note as it gets sucked off into this like mothership, as it were.
Yeah.
Mothership's full of humans, so it's fine. So
okay. So that's all right then.
There's no... Well,
we were immediate aliens.
Well, if only. No. This isn't an alien film of now.
Okay.
Where that would happen. No. This isn't an alien film of old.
Yeah. Where they actually build up some of the suspense.
To be fair, there's very little suspense in this film at all.
Yeah, it's quite actiony, isn't it?
Should we get into that now? Should we get into that midway through? I don't know. What do you want to do?
Let's get into it as it comes up.
Yeah. Because the tone of this film is way different to the first one. And it's deliberately so.
Yeah.
But it's so strange that they did that.
Yeah.
Now, fuck it, let's get into it now.
Okay.
Because, like, I liken it to, and this is straight away, I'm going hard nerd. Okay,
Yeah.
Mario.
I'm out.
So, right, you had Super Mario Bros. For the NES.
Yeah.
And they did Super Mario Bros. 2, which was a rehash of a different game, but it was
Yeah.
supposed to be the same, in the same vein, so let's say it's the same vein. We got it as Lost Levels, doesn't matter. Then, you got Super Mario World, which again,
Hard nerd.
same vein.
Yeah.
But then, Super Mario World 2
Yeah.
was fucking Yoshi's Island. Like, Mario was only in as a crying little wheelie baby.
Goodness gracious.
So they completely changed tack, and then each time they went on, they completely changed tack as their main flagship thing.
What absolute creative geniuses.
Well, Nintendo are creative genii.
They are very good at what they do.
And this is very similar in that they just went, nah, fuck it. We've made such
Completely
an amazing, suspenseful thriller.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We're going to make an action film.
So let me ask you a question then, if we're getting into it. Do you prefer this or the first one?
I did. Back in the
You
day.
prefer this one? Okay.
Don't know if I do anymore.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the suspense of Alien. It's one of the horror films that I can stomach.
Alien
because
is very claustrophobic, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
it's
very
horrible.
just well done and put
and
together.
like I fucking love The Thing, which it's not quite the same, but
Has that sense of like
Yeah,
insularity and
absolutely.
claustrophobia.
Carpenter's a fucking genius when it
Master at
comes
it,
to that
isn't he?
shit. But then, like, you know, Ridley Scott nailed it in the first one.
Yeah.
It perfectly, and it's probably got something to do with the budget can't have been that great. I don't think in the 70s or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this was made in I think it's 84. I'm gonna say maybe
Okay.
86. So there's a bit of time had gone,
Yeah.
and they just completely changed tack, changed director, changed everything. I don't know why they did that. There's probably some other podcasts might actually go into
They
and
probably do
research
some
why.
research, yeah, but not us. That's
Well,
not what we're interested in.
I'm not going to. You do that. Do your own
For
research.
the last goddamn time, this isn't a film podcast.
Do your own research.
Get on YouTube, do your own research, people.
Listen to those random alt-right fan thoughts about why they did this. I will go into another point at the end. I say that, but I'll probably forget.
You'll probably forget,
So I
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
want to go into it now as well.
Get into it now. Everyone's seen Aliens.
Everyone's
Come on,
seen
they've had
Aliens.
loads of
If you
time
haven't
to see
seen Aliens, watch Aliens.
Yeah, we're only going to ruin it for you. So watch Aliens and then come back and listen to
This film, right? So this also leans into I don't really like Starship Troopers.
And
I know
this about you. Yeah.
Everybody else in the world likes Starship Troopers.
I'm one of those people. Yeah.
I think this film is just Starship Troopers, but done really well. It's the same theme,
Yeah.
right?
Got the same political messages.
It's got the same allegory. It's got the same sort of Marines going into something they don't know and being told, hoo-ha, we're the Marines, and then getting all fucked up. It's got exactly the same beats as Starship Troopers. It's just not a weirdly goofy, not quite comedy.
I've got a lot of love for Starship
I know,
Troopers,
and
so I'm gonna
everyone
hear a bad
does.
word against it,
But
but
this is just
I agree.
it, but
It's very
better.
similar. Yeah,
It's a better film.
Well, better, same.
Well, all right. I don't know. If you give me the choice between Aliens and Starship Troopers, I'm watching Aliens every time.
Okay, good to know.
That being said,
Yeah.
it's not as good as the first one. It's not as good as Alien.
Yeah, if you had the choice, you'd rather watch
I'd rather
Alien.
watch Alien. Yeah. Anyway, so Ripley wakes up on board.
Yeah,
this.
from her cryo slept.
Well, she's now in a hospital.
Okay.
In the last episode, in the Alien episode, you forgot what the word hospital was. You said that place where doctors go.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Well, I had 2 litres of beer by this point. So.
Half.
2.5.
Let's not skate on the half.
It was really the half that pushed me over the edge, to be fair.
It's always the half that gets you. Yeah, so, yeah, she wakes up aboard this new vessel.
Yeah.
And there's a little sleazeball man there called Burke.
No, he's not played by Cypher from The Matrix, is
He's
he?
not played by Cypher from The Matrix. He could be played by anyone.
But if you've got a sleazeball, it's normally Cypher from The Matrix.
It's normally Cypher from The Matrix. I reckon a young Jeremy Clarkson will play this role quite well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very sleazy. Yeah.
And he... Sorry. I just mentioned Jeremy Clarkson. This may get cut out.
Okay.
Don't know, because it's just completely side. But I saw a review today. I was going through Amazon Prime and noticed the Grand Tour COVID specials.
Right. Sounds great.
I historically not a fan of cars, don't care.
Yeah.
The most boring, stupid things in the world.
Yeah.
When I was younger, didn't mind the Top Gear specials though. Thought they were okay.
Yeah.
Probably the most Tory thing that I've ever watched
Yeah.
and enjoyed.
Yeah. But they were entertaining.
They were entertaining, I suppose.
Yeah.
Then, obviously, he got kicked off the BBC for being a knobhead and all that. And then Amazon took him on because obviously they did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw the thing for the specials and I noticed it was only 3 stars out of 5, which is very strange on streaming platforms because always shows.
And also for their fans absolutely love it. So I just...
Top review.
Yeah.
1 star.
Ooh, fucking hell. Top review, 1
Top
star.
review. These specials lean too heavily into the EU, trying to show how good the EU is. And I was like,
oh no, they've alienated their Brexit fan base.
How the tables have turned.
How is Clarkson on the wrong side of the EU?
I mean, how fucking mildly pro-EU is it? That it's managed to turn them all. And I'm pretty sure the episode I was hovering over was one where they're in Scotland.
Yeah. I bet Clarkson was driving a Fiat or something and they were just like, no fucking way.
No. Morris's only. That's all I want.
Brexit means Brexit, Clarkson.
And that means Brexit on your cars too, you fucking farming bastard.
I trusted you when you said Brexit would be a good thing in the last episode of Top Gear.
Your fucking silly goggles on. When you were slating France. Turns out it's nice. Who knew?
Who could have possibly
Who
guessed?
could have possibly guessed it's nice?
Yeah. Who would have guessed they'd be the one country who didn't vote for the far right? Well done, France.
Well done, France. All aboard France. Especially as a union man,
Come on, let's get there.
Let's get to France. We're not allowed anymore.
We're not allowed.
I've still got no passport.
We're not welcome.
Still got a burgundy passport, mate. I'm not allowed. Fucking hell. Yeah, that really rocked my world. That seeing the first review just being like, no.
That's absolutely insane. I can't believe Top Gear are on the angering Brexit people. That's
it's
insane.
unbelievable, isn't it?
And their core demographic.
Genuinely the most unbelievable thing I've ever read. And I was about to say I've read June. That's the lie. I haven't. I'm not going to. I can't put myself through it. So anyway, we're on board this ship.
Yeah.
She's woke up in the hospital.
Jeremy Clarkson's
there.
Yeah.
And he says, in the world, he says...
and on that bombshell...
Well, this is a fellow called Burke. And he is a bit of a Burke.
That is a suitable name for a guy played by Jeremy Clarkson.
And he's explaining just some shit about where they are. Essentially, they're on board this big ship.
Yeah. Could have told you that.
I can't really remember what he says.
It's like you don't pay attention to this.
Well, no, it's just inane. Like, he's just going on how she's safe and she's just like...
This picks up straight after the first Alien film.
Well, we think so, yeah.
Okay,
At this point, we think so.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's explaining stuff to her and she's like, no, did I kill them all? Mm-hmm. There was a fucking billion eggs or whatever. Did I get them all? And he's just like, listen, how long do you think you've been out? And she's just like, I don't know, fucking day, a week. And he's like, you've been out for 57 years.
Fucking hell, that's a long time.
It's a long time, isn't it?
She's so well rested.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Bloody hell. She must be feeling great right now.
Yeah,
oh, fuck me, I needed that.
Fucking after that xenomorph fight. Woo.
Oh,
I could have
really
slept for...
tuckered me out.
If I could have done the last 3... Got the 60 in. I'd have felt fucking great. And then she immediately starts fucking flipping out.
Well, yeah, 57 years. That's insane.
But she starts flipping out because she's quite clearly in pain. And then Burke's just like, hold her down. So he holds her down. And then some orderlies come in and they fucking grab her shoulders and everything and grab her arms.
Yeah.
And she's like, kill me. and they hold her down. Yeah. And then she lifts up her top. And a fucking chest burster just goes BAM! Right out of her sternum.
She's been chest bursted.
And then she wakes up again.
Nice.
Slightly to the right of the hospital now, not on the left. So whether that was a dream, whether that was there having a fever, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Is she 57 years?
Future? Who knows?
Yeah, don't know. We won't know.
We'll never find out.
Don't worry. But Burke does bring in Jonesy. The cat survived.
The cat survived. This 70-year-old cat.
Like fucking bagpuss.
It's literally just bones. It's just skin hanging off bones. Jonesy just comes in and goes,
well, it can talk now. It's been so long in space.
Yeah, it's developed into a sentient species.
Danny John Jules. Just one. Ow! Just wanders in.
I'm looking now.
Yeah. Oh, go watch that show. Fucking
What
hell.
a show.
Pause this and watch every episode of that.
Let's fucking deep dive Red Dwarf.
Yeah, don't. No, we can't do that, mate. I would. I could do that in a heartbeat. I could do it now. I can tell you every single episode. I'm having a shit one when they came back on Dave.
It's great, wasn't it? Yeah. Back to Earth. Loved it.
Oh my god.
Let's go to Coronation Street. Anyway, not this film.
Let's go to Coronation Street. You just see the actual Craig Charles doing a load of beak.
Amazing. Well, for anyone who's wondering, while Mossy just takes a sip of his drink, I've not earned any money yet, so clearly not that funny.
Funny enough. Dave, I'm basing you on an award-winning comedian.
Oh shit! Well, I'm never going to earn any money then.
It's you. I'm basing it on you.
Okay, thanks.
So, yeah, Jonesy's there. Anyway, she has to go to some little weird trial, essentially.
Yeah. I've got this start bit. I'm very confused because she knew about Burke in her dream.
Yeah.
And then she wakes up and then there is an actual Burke. So we've got to assume she's met him before.
I think we're led to believe it's not actually a dream. She must have,
been in and out of consciousness.
Yeah, she must have gone unconscious, halfway through the talk.
Right.
When Jonesy starts going
ballistic.
ballistic.
So fucking dull.
Because he's so boring. He starts talking.
Fucking hell.
He starts talking about an old Austin Allegro, and she's just like, I
don't care.
It's space, you silly cunt. I don't give a fuck. Oh, look at the turning circle. I'm fuck off.
Oh, come on, though.
Jesus Christ, just fucking put an elephant on it or whatever you're going to do. Or write the word penis on it, but then turn it into the word pies when you open the door, or whatever the fuck your silly jokes are. Kill that little one while you're at it as well. Or at least try.
I forgot how much you hated it.
Richard Hammond?
Yeah.
I don't just hate him. I don't mind James May anymore. That's the only positive I've got of it. I watched a show where he went to Japan and it was actually quite good.
Nice, okay.
Yeah. Other than that, couldn't give a fuck about any of them. No.
Yeah, no.
The rest of them could get blasted into fucking space for all I care.
It's the next grand trip, I heard.
Fucking
Bezos is taking them.
Yeah, I hope so. You're going to Pluto, boys. Except for James May. So, anyway, this trial that essentially saying, there's no evidence to back up what Ripley was talking about.
Yeah.
The alien, it's all bollocks. Then she's just like, yeah, but fucking 6 people died. Well, 5 and an android.
Yeah.
They all fucking died. The whole crew died.
Yeah,
and then he's just like, well, anything could have happened. This,
surely there's got to be some record of that. Yeah.
Yeah, this fat cat is just like, we think you're talking shit, Ripley. All our profits from towing was gone. You send us the distress beacon, you silly fucker.
Everyone knows that's the most important thing. Profits over people.
Profits over people. Well, could be the allegory of this, and also maybe Starship Troopers. So, she goes fucking ballistic, as you know.
Well, all her friends have died on this.
Yeah, all our friends and that android,
who she didn't care about.
Yeah,
tried to kill her.
Who's a bellend. So she
was full of milk for some reason.
Yeah, well, it's full of milk, aren't it? That's what we know about androids. Is they're chock full of milk. Tasty milk. Tasty milk android droids. Milk.
Oh my god.
Do androids dream of electric cows? They're so full of milk.
Delicious android milk.
My brother and cousin used to do this trick where...
Oh no.
Just heard that in my own head. Where
this has gone wrong.
They would squeeze the stem
of
a dandelion.
Yeah.
And it obviously, when you squeeze the stem of a dandelion, it makes that little white thing.
Yeah.
And they would convince people that was milk.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How many times did you drink the milk?
100. No, I think I got...
in succession.
I remember me not being convinced that it was milk because
Yeah.
it was insane, but then eventually just doing it anyway because that's what you do with peer pressure. It's not milk.
No.
It's not very nice. I imagine that's what android milk tastes like.
Yeah. Do you remember those little, purpley red flowers, and people told you if you, pinch the stem off them and squeeze them, there was, sugar stored in them, and you could drink the sugar?
Yeah, oh yeah, and it was just usually wasps.
I drank a lot of them.
Drank a lot of them?
I drank way too many
just
of them.
high all the time as a kid. Just on fucking flowers. So... Fucking hell. Where were we? This trial. She loses her head.
Yeah.
And you know, it doesn't really go anywhere, and they deem the case of the aliens closed, I guess.
No aliens.
No aliens on board this vehicle. So,
It's taken a long fucking time to come to trial, in fairness. 57 years.
57 years before they could wake her up.
I guess they've had no witnesses, to be fair.
No.
So.
And now they re-bring the trial. I thought they couldn't try for old crimes. I don't know. I don't know the rules in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's the rules in space.
I don't know. So, I guess it is. Anyway, she's not very happy.
Yeah.
And then Burke comes to see her on her own. And it's just like, listen, I want you to do us a job. And he's like, I want you to come with us and a cool team of funky space marines, and we're going to go down to this settlement because there's this big beacony type thing there.
Yeah.
That classic.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's a load of people down there and we just need to go investigate what the fuck's gone on. And she's like, yeah, I'm not falling for that shit again. No. And he's just like, well, I can get you back into the Space Corps. I can get you back to being a pilot.
Right.
And she's like, no, that's fucking lame.
Weirdly, I'm not desperate for that after fighting aliens.
And then having everyone tell me I'm a fucking nutjob. Actually, you can shove it up your arse.
Yeah. Do you know what? Go fuck your job.
So, she pretty much just tells him to go fuck himself.
Nice.
And then, I can't remember what happens. I think she has a little flashback again, a little dream, because she keeps waking up in cold sweats. Right. She's been psych evaluated, and obviously she's all over the place.
Yeah.
And
she's crazy. She believes in aliens.
She calls him up on the video space screen.
Yeah.
That we don't have now. And and he's just like, "What do you want, Ripley?" And she's like, "Definitely back in the Space Corps, flying man." And she's just like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Right." She goes, "I'm in. Fuck it, let's do it."
That was easy. She's easily convinced.
Just took one night's sleep. She didn't even say let me sleep on it. But...
Yeah. You've had 57 fucking years. You've had enough time to sleep on this.
Come on, love. And she's like, what's one more day then? He's like, fair enough.
No, fair enough. You are a sleepy lady, apparently.
It's like Neo. So, next we meet all the Marines.
Yeah.
God, can I name all these Marines?
God, can you?
No. There's Sergeant...
Yeah.
Someone.
Just Sergeant.
Sergeant Hawkins.
Sergeant Haw. Yeah.
No.
The Sergeant Haw.
There's Ramirez. I remember her.
Ramirez.
She's cool.
Yeah.
She's a lady.
Yeah.
She's strong as fuck.
Good.
Everyone rags on her because she's a lady.
What? Even though she's strong.
But there is another lady they don't rag on.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's because Ramirez is big and buff and cool.
They've got someone called Sergeant Haw and they don't rag on him. He's the obvious target.
That's worth 10 Blackpool pounds.
Thanks,
there you go.
Leave Ramirez alone.
That's worth roughly 70p.
Oh, yes, please.
I think.
Oh, it's got some really beautiful people on it, hasn't it?
The beautiful people. No, I can't sing that anymore. So, who else do we meet? We meet... Oh, fucking hell. I can't remember any names. Any names at all. We got a Sergeant Man. We got Corporal Cool Guy, who's quite sexy.
Yeah.
We got another sexy guy. We've got
sexy guys.
Yeah. APOC, I think. Oh, APOC may be from a different
from the
film.
Matrix, yeah.
Yeah, but he's called something like that though.
Oh, okay.
He's the Sarge.
Tupac.
Or he might be the captain.
Is it Tupac?
It's not Tupac Shakur, no.
Okay.
That's why he disappeared. He went to space. He didn't die. Machiavelli. He's like the cool leader man, captain man. Probably drill sergeant, I would imagine.
So many cool.
He's got a hat on.
Captain guys.
Constantly got a cigar on.
Oh, okay. Fucking hell, he is cool then.
The fella from Halo is 100% just modelled off this, and every captain from now on.
Yeah.
Is modelled after this one, dude. Maybe he's a colonel. I don't fucking know. He's amazing, and he's hardcore, and he's rad.
Well, anyone who smokes a cigar constantly is cool. That's just a fact.
That's a fact.
There you go, kids. Fact.
What about Winston Churchill?
Don't know, people thought he was cool for a little while.
They did, until they sort of thought about it.
Yeah, until the bad things came out.
Yeah.
People thought about actually what he'd done. But anyway.
Until we reflected.
Right guy, right time, wasn't it?
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm going to die. Right. Anyway, we meet all the Marines.
Yeah, we meet loads of Marines.
They're all Marines.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you supposed to say? They're all Marines. They all got guns.
Yeah.
They all have big guns. Some have smaller guns.
Yeah.
Some have even bigger guns.
Great. So
Ramirez
exciting.
has
Love guns.
The biggest gun of them all.
Of course she does.
It kind of looks like that gun thing from Wanted. Because it's on like a swivel arm. And you're like, fuck, I didn't want to revisit this.
Just bend it round corners.
Just hold
whip
it.
Round corners.
Just hold it. It's easier. So, next, I think they're giving a little bit of shit to Ripley because they don't think she can do anything.
Yeah.
And she sees a power loader. And the power loader is the sickest things in the world, right?
Fucking robots from the
Big
Matrix.
mech robots.
Yeah.
Definitely not the same ones from the Matrix. And I don't think I've seen a piece of machinery in a film that I thought is cooler than a power loader.
It's got to be one of the most influential things of all time.
Surely, yeah.
Hasn't it?
It's got its own name. Everyone remembers it. It's got its own figures.
Yeah,
like
it's fucking wild. Every time you see on the internet someone do a Halloween costume of a power loader,
yeah,
you're just like, that's fucking class.
That is cool.
Genuinely good. Yeah.
Like,
it's iconic.
Just use a forklift truck. It's the same job.
Not as cool as fucking mech armor that you could.
No, it's not. No, you're right. But I think, like, when you get your forklift license,
yeah,
you probably feel like a bit of a daddy. Like, you feel pretty cool.
Especially when you got that little spinny
little
wheel.
wheel. But when you get your fucking mech suit license, your power loader license,
unreal. Yeah,
I'd never leave it.
No,
not once.
Power loader, man. That's pretty good.
The from being on building sites, I'm working on sites and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not much, but doing an amount. The amount of fucking bedlam and shenanigans that would go on if they were real. there would be accidents at work through the fucking arsehole. The HSE would be all over everyone all the time.
It'd just be impossible not to do stupid shit with it.
You'd be wanting to do fights, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah,
of course you would.
Of course you'd have mech battles.
Yeah, of course you'd have mech fights.
100% mech fights.
They'd have to have a mech fighting league just to ease people off on building sites.
Yeah. On your lunch break.
Yeah.
Just set a league up. Get in the mechs.
Yeah. It stops them from dogfighting. So get them in the mech suit. It'd be a matter of time till they put dogs in them, though. I could fucking bet your bottom dollar.
You can't stop the dog fighting. You never will.
Fucking hell. So it turns out Ripley's a dab hand on a power loader.
Of course she fucking is.
Yeah. Will that matter in the future?
57 years. She's not fucking done.
Was there a power loader in the first one? I can't remember.
No. 100% no.
Oh, okay. Well,
I said that way too confidently, but
yeah.
I'm sticking with it.
Sticking with it.
100% no.
No, there's not in the claustrophobic Nostromo. I can't imagine there was many power loaders.
Not enough room.
Not enough room.
Not enough room. It's too claustrophobic.
It's too full of milk. One of the Marines, or one of the people that was on this trip, is a man named Bishop.
Oh, see, you've remembered Bishop's name.
But, well...
Is he a time-travelling mutant?
Bishop is not a man.
Okay.
He is a mandroid.
A mandroid? Oh, Ripley can't trust this fella.
Well, they introduce him by having them
milk
say, like...
come out of his eyes.
Just pour milk out of his nipples into someone's cornflakes.
Ripley.
There you go, Ripley.
Latch on, Ripley.
Latch on.
You've been asleep for 57 years. You need this.
This'll help your
need
bones.
the nutrition. To drive that big power loader.
Yeah. No, they introduce him by having one of the guys. Bishop goes to put his hand down and do finger fillet.
Yeah.
But then they just grab this random Marine's hand and push that in front. And then Bishop puts his own hand on top of the other guy's hand. And then he goes fucking absolutely ape shit with a knife.
Wow.
And the guy is shitting himself. The guy, like, at the end's just like, that wasn't very nice. Fair enough, mate. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't very nice. No,
that's not hazing.
It is cool, though.
Yeah.
It's cool as fuck.
Bishop nicks himself.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit, then,
Well, that never really comes back up.
Oh. Because it seems like a malfunction.
Yeah.
If this whole scene is set up to, like, set him up as this super cool mandroid who can just fucking
well, I think
himself.
you're supposed to be thinking maybe
he's malfunctioning. Maybe he's a new Ash. Maybe he's full of milk.
Yeah, but then Ripley's just like, that motherfucker's a mandroid. And he's like, yes, I am a mandroid. And she's like, get the fuck away from me.
Don't trust you, fellas, as far as I can throw you, which isn't far because you're very dense.
Because you're full of milk. This is heavy shit.
You stink as well.
Yeah. You smell like what everyone thinks white people smell like. And he's just like, well, why not? And then Burke is there, and he's just like, oh, shit, yeah. He's like, sorry, did forget to say, there's a mandroid. And then he explains, like, oh, the mandroid on the last one went a bit mad. And she's like, went a bit mad?
Yeah,
Tried
to kill
us all.
Yeah.
To fuck us in the face with a face-hugging man or whatever. So, never mind, went a bit mad.
Yeah, also he's full of milk.
And then he was like, what, Bishop's like, what make was it? It's quite old then. And she's like, yeah, it was quite old, fucking 57 years ago. And he says,
good one, Bishop.
And he goes,
fucking idiot.
He goes, oh yeah, they were a bit temperamental. And it's like, no.
Temperamental?
Yeah.
Just take the temper off.
Yeah.
He was fucking off his nut.
He was, yeah.
He's a murderous mandroid.
Yeah, fuck that one. He'd been programmed to be a murderer man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
never
Someone
mind.
really fucked up the wiring on this guy, yeah.
Never mind any of your, he's a bit temperamental shit, you dickhead.
So you immediately don't trust Bishop.
Well, she does not trust Bishop.
And I don't. Because I trust Ripley.
Yeah, well, Ripley's cool. Ripley is fucking cool.
She is really fucking cool.
That sounded like insincere, but no, Ripley's cool as fuck.
Ripley's fucking rad. Yeah.
So they go on this drop. They're dropping in to this planet.
Ooh.
It turns out the sergeant, he's done. She asks him, like, how many drops have you done? And he goes, like 60.
I've played Halo ODST.
Well, he goes 60 virtual drops, and she's like, that doesn't matter. And then Ramirez is like, how many combat drops? And he goes 2. And they're all like, fucking hell. You're in charge of us. So this guy is greener than baby shit, you know. So they drop in, and they're all, it's a fun drop scene where they're all, you know, some of them like it, one of them's just fucking sleep.
Does the guy who's done 2 just absolutely eat shit?
He's just bricking it.
Oh, okay.
He's just bricking it the whole time.
I thought the thing was going to be that you would just fucking...
Just dies immediately.
Die, yeah.
No. So they fucking get into orbit, I guess.
Yeah.
Or near the ground.
Yeah.
And then they send in...
2 very different things.
Yeah, they are. I suppose when you fly quite low, it's in orbit, right? You're still orbiting just very low to the ground. As long as you're flying in a circle. Oh dear.
Oh goodness.
So anyway, they're on ground orbit.
Yeah.
And they send out this little scanner robot to have a little look for the people. Mm-hmm. There's no fucking people. They didn't find anyone.
So Ripley trusts the robots, just not the mandroids.
Well, this is just a little whip, 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 scanner man. So
classic sci-fi.
It's got a camera, so they're looking.
Classic sci-fi scanner man.
Yeah. Great sci-fi in this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the quintessential sci-fi
of all time. Yeah.
So it's flying around, can't find anyone. So the Marines, they've got to go in.
Okay.
So they go in.
It's getting exciting.
And they do a lot of, what's going on? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Let's all check our corners, all go together, and then the Sarge is like directing them from base essentially.
Oh, okay.
And eventually one of them spots.
Has he got the classic? I can see what they're seeing on camera.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. Of course he has.
They've all got GoPros.
It's classic Marine time, innit?
Classic Marine time. They look down. One of them looks down, and there's a fuck off hole in the floor. And Ripley's just like, whoa, go back to that hole. So they go back to the hole, and it's acided in the metal.
Oh,
and
come
she's
on,
like,
we've seen this before.
There's one of them motherfuckers has definitely been
here before.
Yeah, I think that has been mentioned actually. Like that was part of the thing that this place just went dark.
Oh, okay.
And Ripley does speak to Burke and it's just like, we're going down and we're fucking eradicating everything, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no, that you've got my word. That's what Burke says.
I don't trust Burke one iota.
Well, that's smart because, as you know, this film is Starship Troopers.
Yeah, he's only interested in what he's invested in.
Mm-hmm. So they see the ground, and then he looks up, and there's just an even bigger hole in the ceiling.
Stinker.
Should have seen that one first because it's literally like melted all the way down to the point where there's like a big fucking sheet of metal, like the size of his body, just hanging down. He's like, "You'll love this," and he's like, "I won't love that.
Yeah,
that's horrid."
Yeah, no, I absolutely don't love that. That's terrifying.
Yeah, but then they're like, someone must have fucking tagged one of Ripley's friends. I say, stop joking around, man.
Yeah, come on, this is really fucking serious, though. Yeah.
You've never seen an alien, so stop joking around, you thick fuck.
Also, at this point, they were all taking the piss out of Ripley. Yeah. She's told them like everything that happened on the...
Oh, big time.
So they know what the aliens.
Well,
I know they're taking the piss.
They
out
did
of her,
they did a bit of a lineup actually earlier than this, and Ripley, they're all like having a bit of blah blah blah, and Burke's like,
but
oh no, I think it's the sergeant. It's just like there are xenomorphs on board this. Like we've got suspect of xenomorphs there. No, that's the first time we hear that.
Okay.
So obviously in the 57 years they've known about this.
Yeah.
And they're all looks up and like, oh, we'll just fucking go down, blast them away, haha. And then Ripley's just like, you're fucking joking, by the way, but you're all gonna get ripped to pieces. And she's like, we were all fucked, and there was only one. So how about
if there's multiple, you are screwed.
How about don't be playing silly beggars?
Yeah,
These
Billy
are like
big bollocks over here. Yeah.
These are apex predators throughout the galaxy.
Yeah.
So don't be a fucker. And that was also part of the trial. They were like, we did tests on where you were, and there were no life forms, native or not. Like there was no native life forms. Blah blah blah. And she's like, I told you at the fucking time, they aren't native. They've come in and fucked the whole planet. You assholes. So anyway, they're there now.
Yeah.
And eventually the Marines go to this lab.
Yeah.
And they call the place secure, so they call everyone in.
Nice.
So we go to this space lab, and in the space lab there are some face huggers.
No way.
We all know what the face huggers are. They're little weird hand men.
Yeah.
And then
spider hands,
and then Burke is looking at one of them in a jar, and it starts just trying to fuck him in the mouth. And it's got its little horrible dick mouth thing. It's going at it. Obviously they're all in jars.
Yeah.
And again, the Marines are all built up like they're all just being like, oh, this love at first sight.
Not the first thing to fuck you in the mouth, Burke. Wait. Slap on the back.
It's only banter. You see, you paid £10 for that. Only laugh. You're a good guy.
I'm next, Burke.
Fucking hell. So they all just decide to stop there.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently there's two of them that are alive and the rest of them are dead.
Okay.
Now, why the fuck?
The people in the lab.
No, there's no people in the lab. It's only these face huggers. No one else has got that. Every other fucker is gonzo.
Right.
So why they don't just go, oh, we're going to just kill these motherfuckers right now?
Yeah, take these guys out.
I think Burke then says something like, oh, yeah, let's just have them. Or something like that.
Like pets?
That might not be now.
Oh, can we keep him?
I think he speaks about, like, I think he does. I think he starts talking about just having them away, taking them up through quarantine, blagging it, and then they can sell them for like millions and millions and millions.
What is he talking
because
about?
They're like unprecedented life forms that no one really knows anything about and all research.
Okay.
So he goes full dickhead.
Yeah. Immediately sees dollar signs.
I think he says that now. I can't remember. That may be a bit later.
People want these spider hand dick mouth things.
Yeah. Just this little bit on the lead.
Yeah.
When someone brings the pit bull around. Fuck off.
God, I couldn't think of anything I want more. Do you want a little spider hand dick mouth pet? Yes,
spider
please.
Hand, dick mouth pets. They really are the best. Put them on a lead.
Like chia pets.
Take them down the park.
Available now at Asda or wherever you get your JML
And Argos, another leading its brands. Finger hand, dick mouth pets. Watch it face fuck your neighbour's cats and impregnate their bodies. Stay away from Jonesy now. Spider hand, dick mouth pets.
Watch it face fuck your neighbour's cats.
From Playmobil. So,
my god.
Anyway, as they're going around this lab, they hear movement, just goes off, and you go, and you get a bit spooked. Actually, there's a severe lack of jump scares in this film. Like even when it tries to face fuck Burke,
yeah,
you'd think that'd be a jump scare because like it's a classic telltale of old horror. Doesn't. Okay. Classic telltale of old horror is when there is atmospheric music and then it stops and you can just hear people talking. You know, then you're getting a jump scare.
Something's happening. Yeah,
like you're gonna get one. It's gonna be a loud noise. Well, that's what would happen in modern films. Is it just go bang on the glass?
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. It just goes and just tries to like suck him off.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually quite refreshing. But there isn't any jump scares in this at all. Like it's all very atmospheric.
That is interesting.
Which is
isn't it?
good.
It's so different from the first film.
But yeah, because it's very much an
not
action
that there
flick.
were loads of jump scares. Well, there were a few, weren't there?
Yeah.
But like, it's not like that's not its thing. It was more like suspense.
It's because you
like,
were so invested and
Yeah.
it's tense that
Yeah.
when something happened, you got scared.
Yeah.
It's not like now where there's no
where
tension
it's
at
just an
all.
attempt to
And then,
make you jump.
Yeah, a big spooky face just
Yeah,
appears
it's
and goes, whoa!
It's
And
just
then
quiet, loud. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh fucking hell, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I got scared because of just noises.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It would be like if you were watching any film. If you were watching, I don't know, School of Rock, and then just as he was about to play the guitar, someone just burst a bag of crisps next to your ear, you'd get scared.
Yeah,
it's not because the film's fucking scared you.
Yeah. And I know you're not a massive fan of horror, but as a bit of a fan of horror, I find that really cheap. I really don't enjoy it when
Shit.
Yeah, when it's like they're signaling to you when to be scared,
Yeah.
rather than you actually being scared.
It's very much the not really show don't tell. It's the show.
Too loud. Yeah.
So anyway, this thing just runs past, and,
Yeah.
and one of them turns around and just got to
Classic.
fucking blowing
Yeah,
away,
yeah.
and they're like, "Whoa, stop!"
Wipes out Burke's shins.
And Ripley's first to the scene,
Yeah.
and she notices there's something in the vent, and it's a little girl,
Classic.
and she opens the vent, and it's just a little scared girl.
Yeah.
So
Shoots it immediately.
one of them just tries to grab her, one of the Marines, and she fucking ferals off.
Mm-hmm.
But then Ripley goes and has a chat to her, and he ends up getting her in like a full Nelson and stroking her hair and being like, shh, 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 shh.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. She eventually calms this kid down
Yeah.
and has a little chat to her. She's named Rebecca, but she doesn't talk at all.
Okay.
And then eventually they're in the lab. Nice place to put her, by the way, with a little fucking live face.
I know, yeah, this is insane, yeah.
And they have a little. She's talking to her, and she's like, "Listen, listen, Rebecca. Like, where are your family? Blah blah blah." And eventually, she just says, "Newt," and then Ripley's like, "What?" And she's like, "My name's Newt. No one calls me Rebecca." And she's like, "Okay, who?" And then she's got a brother. And then she starts talking to her about her brother and her mum and dad. And she's like, "Where are your mum and dad?" Blah 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 blah. And she's just like, "They're all fucking dead."
She's real blunt, this Rebecca, isn't she?
Well, yeah, she's seen some shit.
Yeah, weirdly, on this planet full of aliens.
Yeah, which we'll find out right now, because
Yeah.
it turns out that when doing some lab checks or whatever,
Yeah.
they found all the people, and they're underneath one of the main cooling towers or one of like main radio batteries or something. Every single person from the colony, or like 180 people.
Could not pay me enough money to go to these people.
No.
I'd be like, well, they're dead. I'd erase that file and
Yeah.
I'd report back to headquarters, all dead. I've
All
seen
dead.
them with my own eyes, they're dead. 100% dead.
This is
No
what-
point checking.
This is where Ripley should just be
Nucleus
like,
planet.
Ripley should just be like, "Yeah, I've got an idea of what's going on here.
Yeah,
so
I
let's
think
all,
I know what's happened. Yeah.
Let's all fucking skedaddle."
Yeah. There's face huggers in jars. Every single person from this colony is all in one location. I think I've got a handle on the story.
Got a
on the
brief
story
idea.
here. This girl saying every fucker she knows is dead. I don't want to go to this place. I don't want to go where they all are. Let's
Yeah.
report back to headquarters. They're all dead. Let's bomb the fuck out of this place and go home and have some dinner.
Well, luckily for you, Dave, you're not a Marine.
No, I'm not.
Because the Marines are paid to do that. So
Fucking hell.
they all get fucking geared up and off they go. And they're all going in pairs and that. And as they go down, Ripley's just like, "Hang on, where are all the people?" And then the Sarge is like, "They're underneath this place." And she's like, "Hang on, isn't that like fucking dead reactive?
Mm-hmm.
What are they using as guns?" And they're like, "Oh, it's fucking explosive rounds on the end of blah blah blah." And she's like, "Anyone shoots anything there, they're all fucking dead."
Amazing.
So
These Marines are thick as fuck, man.
So-
I thought Marines were meant to be like the elite. Like,
yeah, well,
let's go to the reactive nuclear place.
They're
and
American,
use
Dave.
Explosive rounds.
they're all American. So they say, the Sarge gets on. He's just like, APOC or whatever the guy's name is.
Yeah.
"No guns, fella." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "No fucking
You're gonna have to
guns."
fist fight these aliens.
Yes, you're gonna have to fist fuck them like they'd Facebook you.
If one of them tries to Facebook you, you Facebook them right
You
back.
face
fella.
fuck them right back. You put that Johnson to work, sunshine.
You 69 the shit out of this.
Yeah.
alien.
Oh God. So, so he takes all their bullets, but then one of them's just also got a gun,
Yeah.
and he keeps that separate.
Of course he does.
But they've also got
Classic.
flamethrowers, so They're fine.
They're good. Nothing reacts against fire. So
No,
it's probably
historically,
fine.
no. No. Yeah, no, I don't get this bit.
Heat never causes any reaction, so it's
Not
probably
in
okay.
somewhere where it can't have any sort of heat. No, not at all. Everything has to be intrinsically safe. So they go.
Those ATEX approved
Yeah.
flamethrowers.
They go down underneath these fucking this tower or whatever,
Yeah.
and then it's just all goopy now. Everything's really goopy, as you can imagine.
If you're Ripley, you'd be pooing your pants right now.
She's not with him. She's back in the camera hole
Of course,
with
yeah.
Burke and the Sarge.
Yeah.
And they're like all the we get it through. We see the Marines, but we also see some camera footage, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And they eventually see one of the colonists, and they go up and they touch her face, and her eyes open, and then she just goes, "Kill me," but they don't kill her.
Yeah.
And then her chest starts going fucking nutsoid.
Oh, no way.
And then
We've seen this before.
a chest burster blasts out,
Yeah.
and then they just set fire to her immediately.
It's
Smart.
a bit too late.
Yeah,
but okay.
no, they set fire to everything, so
Yeah.
it kills them all.
Okay, yeah,
But
yeah.
then
That is smart.
It starts showing panning shots of the ceiling, and it's all like intestinous, as it were, and
Very H.R. Geiger.
yeah, and it does look like a H.R. Geiger painting because that's the point.
Yeah.
But then all the ceiling starts to move,
Oh,
and
no
all the
way.
walls start to move.
I'd absolutely shit myself.
But no one really notices because they're all dead quiet.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, then it just fucking kicks off. And about 30 xenomorphs just appear off the ceiling, out the walls, start fucking grabbing people.
Yeah.
Turns out they've all got bullets again, so they all start firing. Flamethrowers start going off. Some people pistol shooting.
Yeah.
The Sarge back in the place is just like, what, you need to delay suppressive fire to like APOC on the phone, and he's just like, he's not listening because it's fucking bedlam.
Because weirdly,
Full
he's got
combat
other
zone.
things to think about.
Yeah, and then Ripley's just like, you gotta get him out of there. Tell him to retreat. And he's like, no, I've got this. You need to do suppressive fire. You need to hold these positions. Blah blah blah. And she's like, fucking get them out of there
you are
now.
Not helping though.
Because they are all dead. They're all gonna die. Like if any of them come back, you're fucking lucky.
Yeah.
And then
and even then, there's a good chance we're not that lucky.
yeah, the guy shits it.
Yeah.
This little green as grass arsehole
No
cannot
way.
deal with the alien attack.
Who would have guessed?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I
But he's
think
done 57 virtual drops.
drops.
So.
He didn't say he did anything else there. He wasn't doing any fucking Kobayashi Marus, was he? The little win it. So he shits it, and
He
then
just bitches out.
Ripley's just like, fuck this, and goes and steals a car,
Amazing.
and then drives a car all the way down there for some reason.
What car?
I don't know. There was just a car.
Amazing.
And
Okay.
then-
well, I guess there was the Jeremy
Yeah.
Clarkson guy, wasn't it? So
Well,
there's always going to be a car
It's
around.
kind of like Thunderbird 2, that ship, I guess, where it's just got a random car in it.
Nice.
The best of the Thunderbirds.
Oh, of course, the best of the Thunderbirds. All the other Thunderbirds wouldn't have got anywhere without Thunderbird 2.
Even the one that was a fucking rocket wasn't as cool as Thunderbird 2. Also, when you got the toy of Thunderbird 2, you also got the car. So
yeah, so it was win-win,
it
wasn't
was
it?
win-win. Yeah, absolutely. Fucking back, that show's a bit shit. So she ended up fucking blasting through this wall
Yeah.
and trying to get them all to like retreat. Quite a lot of them are dead. There's only about 3 of them or 4 of them left. And there's this big fucking butch blonde haired dude, I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But he's getting back, and then as he's just about to get in the car, I think Ramirez ends up fucking shooting one of the aliens, and it blasts apart, and all the
he
acid
gets
just
acided.
splashes right into
No
his
way.
face, and you see all half his face burning away.
Man.
And he's like, ah. And then one of them, she tries to go out to get him, and then one of the guys just pulls her back and is like, he's fucking dead. He's dead. Leave him be. You're dead as well.
Yeah, but he's still moving, talking, and asking for help.
Asking for help.
No, he's dead.
No, he's dead.
He's
And then
100%
pretty
dead.
soon they shoot another alien, more acid goes on.
Oh,
He's
fucking hell.
he's fucking dead now, isn't he?
This guy's eating shit.
It's like a Robocop. That none of the listeners will know about. Yeah. So they eventually get in this car and just whiz off, drive away. And
Well
as
done,
they're
Ripley.
driving, the fucking Ripley's just going hell for leather.
Yeah. As you would, yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah. And eventually, she drives for so long that one of them's just like, stop, just slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
Ripley, slow down. And then he starts saying something like, you've blasted the rear axle. And it's not Burke who says it. It should be.
Yeah, yeah.
That would have been
You never want
perfectly
to
in
blast the
character.
rear. You never want to blast the rear
I
axle.
don't know. Pay good money for that.
Every now and again. Sometimes you just think, should we blast the rear
Should we-
axle tonight, love? It is my birthday.
It is my birthday. It's the 14th of March, though. Can we blast the rear axle? No.
Absolutely not.
I'll blast your rear axle if you want.
See how you like it,
See
you
how
prick.
you like it, you fucking arsehole. So eventually she slows down and they come to a complete stop, which is nice.
That's good, yeah. Well, they have got a blasted rear axle, so...
Yeah, so, you know, they'll be waddling all night. So they're all having a little team briefing, right?
Yeah.
And Ripley's like, right, what we should do, fuck off into space and nuke the motherfucker.
I love the practicality of Ripley.
Yeah.
First plan, fuck off into space.
Yeah.
Done.
Back to space.
Yeah.
Nuke it
That's
now.
a great plan.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that plan.
Can't go wrong with that plan.
No.
Burke is like, that's insane. This
Well.
institution settlement, whatever the fuck it is,
Yeah.
this is worth millions. Like, you can't just nuke the fucker.
Yeah.
And he says it's like worth a couple of million. It's like, motherfucker, you live on a spaceship? How much do you think that cost? And you're able to fire orbital nukes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's
You
also
clearly planned
millions.
for this contingency as well. Like, if you've got the ability for orbital nukes, you were at some point planning on
Orbital
nuking
nuke.
something from orbit.
Yeah. Well, they're American again. Hate to stress it. They're always planning on nuking something from orbit.
It's always good to have the option, isn't it? Like...
Back in the 60s and 70s, they wanted to nuke the fucking moon, so, you know, and that was just to flex their dick. So, yeah, he's just like, no, that's madness. Absolutely not. That's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
And she just goes, well, hang on. First off, shut your fucking mouth. Second
Good
off,
argument.
who do you think you are? She goes, this is a military operation, and therefore, seeing as the sergeant gets fucking knocked out by a load of boxers.
That's embarrassing.
Just in the car, just gets walloped in the head by a load of boxers. So he's out for the count.
That's a really embarrassing way to
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
He's not even dead. And she's just like, so next in command is Corporal, whatever his name is.
Corporal Acid Face. And
He got acid face. No, it's a different corporal. It's the sexy one.
Okay.
He's cool.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Fuck, I wish I could remember his name. But I can't.
Yeah.
So
Corporal Sexy Boy.
I'm gonna call him Corporal Sexy Boy. So Corporal Sexy Boy is now actually in command.
Yeah.
And she goes, so really, it's up to him. And Beck's like, yeah. And then the corporal's just like, she is right. It is a military operation. And Ripley goes, so what do you want to do, Corporal Sexy Boy? And he goes, I think it's probably a good idea for us to go to space and to nuke the fucker.
Hey, that is a good idea. Where did you come up with that?
Yeah. And she's
Thank
like,
God a man said it. Now we can take it seriously.
And she's like, thank you very much. So he goes, right, what we need to do is, he calls for evac, and he goes, we need to get out. That's a cool word, that.
That was a cool word.
We need to get out, and then he sets a big flare off. And then the evac team is the other woman, who we don't know,
Yeah.
and some other fella.
Okay.
And as he gets aboard the evac ship, there's just some, like, goop there, and he's like, oh, the fuck's this goop?
No way.
And then
Goop.
they get on, the ship starts flying,
Yeah.
and as it's flying towards them, we get in cockpit,
Yeah.
and this woman just gets fucking ravaged by an alien.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And you see the ship all wibbly wobbly.
Yeah.
And then Ripley's like, get out the way, and they all run out of the way, and they get Nemesis from Resident Evil 3.
No way. No way. That's a helicopter, isn't it, in Nemesis?
It is.
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite scenes in video games.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's just really funny to see how happy Jill is. And then
she thinks she's saved.
Well, all you see is just the missile just go and like fly out and blow it up, and her face just drop like in PS1 cutscene graphics, which were okay. They were mind blowing back then.
Yeah.
And then you see her face dropping, and the thing blow up, and it's very similar where they're all just like
they think they're saved,
yeah.
and then it all goes to shit.
Yeah, and then eventually they shoot the xenomorph, and they're like, well, we're fucked. And then one of them says, like, how long is it going to be for Top Daddy ship evac? And they're like, A, it's mothership, and B, don't be sexist.
Come on now, be better.
And B, 17 days.
17, but they're in orbit? Why
Well,
does it take 17
It takes
days?
17 days, dude.
What the fuck? That's too much red tape. Someone up there has put too many processes in place.
Bureaucracy gone mad, dude. It's the woke police. They're up there saying, well, what happens if...
See, now that we've got Brexit, we wouldn't have rules like this.
Rules like
we
this.
get them off that fucking planet in faster than you could click.
Faster than you can, unless it was a ferry or something that had to get them.
Yeah.
You can't say ferry them, because then it would never happen. Because you don't have enough. And as long as there's no, like, I don't know, truck drivers who are all underpaid. And...
Yeah, as long as you don't need anyone who controls any kind of infrastructure or transport, we'd have them off that
Piece
planet
of piss.
in no time.
Piece
Faster
of
than you
piss.
can click.
At least we got a trade deal with fucking Madagascar, so that's good. we can get fucking lizards whenever we need. Ryan's reptiles down the road's not going to go out of business. That's for fucking sure. Can't get them in, like. But
yeah.
Anyway,
but we can buy as many of them as we want.
Yeah. Got a tab. So that's so silly. So the extract just doesn't happen.
Ah, stinker.
Now Ripley
Yes.
just becomes the fucking boss. Like like that. She's now the head of the situation.
Yeah.
All the Marines don't know what to do. They're all losing it. And she's just like, listen, you're the fucking Marines. Get a grip of yourselves.
It's almost as though she should have been in charge from the start.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And she's just like, no, never mind any of this shit. What we need to do is we need to fucking seal these exits. We need to store ourselves in the lab area and around here. We're going to fucking weld all this shit shut. We're going to set up defensive positions. We're going to have the cameras on the outside. You little fucking dickhead Marines, you should be well more better at this than I am, because I was just a fucking pilot.
I've been asleep for 57 years.
A, I've been asleep for longer than a fucking Jubilee. And second, I know I said A, but two...
But I've changed the system.
I've changed the rules right now.
Keep up.
You get paid for this shit. I don't. I was towing ships, you little dickheads.
Yeah.
So get a grip of yourselves.
I mean, in their defence, they could turn around and say she didn't do a great job of towing ships.
No.
She didn't bring in the last
You
one,
don't
did she?
That was just a distress beacon on the planet. That was fine. Yeah, imagine if one of them give a lip about that.
Yeah.
They didn't do very well.
You fucked that one up, though, didn't you?
How many of your last crew survived?
No.
You and a cat. Okay.
Okay, yeah. No, I trust you. Yeah,
I trust you.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Then she puts Newt to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think they set the bed up?
Outside the defensive perimeter.
No.
Outside
that
the
would be
yeah,
just bait. Yeah. He's got a little rope tied around her. They dressed her up.
A bell around her neck.
They covered her in raw meat.
Just like tight little one. She's just going, why am I here with a big neon sign pointing to me?
Pointing to me saying food. Saying host. It just says amuse bouche and it just points to her.
Amuse Newt.
Oh well, that's worth 50 Blackpool pounds if I've ever heard it.
Yes, I'm making money over fist in this podcast.
I do want that back. So no, he put her to sleep in the lab.
Yeah.
That's where her bedroom is.
Okay. So they put her back in the vent.
Well, no, but she's in the lab.
Okay.
Well, what's in the lab?
The face huggers.
Why the fuck would you put a bed in the goddamn lab?
But I thought they were going to camp out in the lab. I thought that's what
they are,
was.
yeah.
Oh,
but
okay,
there's still a bit of area somewhere else.
Yeah, they absolutely need to fuck off those face huggers for a start. Don't they? Kill them and get them out the lab.
Yeah. Also, the lab's fully soundproof. Like once the doors are shut.
Oh, no one can hear you scream.
Well, this is the worst place to put a child.
Yeah, this sounds awful. Yeah.
Like, if she fucking starts moaning in the night, I don't want to hear that silly little bastard. So just fucking lock her in the soundproof lab.
This is insane. Okay, I thought they were all going to be in there with her.
Well,
They just lock her in this one room.
She turns off the lights and everything.
With the face huggers.
Well, she has a little. She's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll keep you safe." And right now, I'm gonna get into Newt's.
Don't let the face huggers bite. Flicks off the lights.
Oh, actually, don't worry, they're not gonna bite.
Yeah. No, that's not the worst thing they'll
do.
No,
not even close. Yeah. No, so the actor, little baby actress who plays Newt, her voice is so close to Patsy Kensit in Lethal Weapon 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she kind of talks like this, like the poo at Paul's kid.
Yeah.
That's how she talks all the time, and it's really fucking annoying. Patsy Kensit should have known better. This kid, you can give her a pass.
Yeah, she is a child, so it's okay to have the vocal fry.
But then, so Ripley's just like, I'll make sure you're safe, and she's like, do you promise? And she's like, Ripley's just like, cross my heart, and the girl just looks and goes, hope to die. And it's like,
oh,
kid,
that was
lay off.
morbid. Yeah, fucking hell.
And then,
Everyone you know has died. Don't
Yeah.
say that.
why'd you hope I die? Are you an alien?
Flamethrower.
Nuke.
Orbital nuke on this one
Just
girl.
this kid. Get her.
Does that not seem like overkill? You had your orders, soldier.
You do that or your ass is grass. So, no, eventually she just turns off all the lights and leaves her.
Yeah, with the face huggers. She'll probably
Well-
be safe, I imagine.
They're in a jar. So, I think now is where Burke reveals his bullshit, and he's just like, listen, why don't we just fucking, when we go, we skedaddle with them? Because I think she does want to kill the facehuggers, and then he's just
Yeah.
like, nah.
He's still planning on selling them. What
He's
a
like,
prick.
well, now's when that actually comes out.
Right,
Yeah, now
okay.
she's just like, he's like, we can just fucking half-inch them.
What a top grade
And then
knobhead.
she's just like, Ripley's just like, how the fuck are you going to get one of them through quarantine?
Yeah.
And he's like, we got ways. We can. They won't know about it. We'll just smuggle them in.
God's pocket, and he winks at her.
Yeah, and she's like, they're fucking massive, mate. What have you been doing?
He's like, you don't want to know.
And he's
them.
like, I'm a day boy.
I can get both of them up there. You'd be shocked.
Ripley, this is what I love about Ripley, is she puts two and two together so fast all the time in these
Yeah.
films. So she's just like,
You've come to take them.
she's like, not only did you come to take them, but this whole settlement is specifically for xenomorphs, isn't it? And then he's just like, well, and she's like, you just fucking sent all these people here. And she goes, so you're responsible for the deaths of 160 people, you silly fucker. And she's like, and you're not going to get away with it? And then one of the guys is just like, let's just fucking smoke him. And she's like, she goes, no, what I think is plan. I think she says, oh no, that's a bit later. But she's
Right.
just like, yeah, this guy's fucking caused all this.
Yeah.
This is his problem for fucking,
Second worst thing you've ever done,
Yeah.
Jeremy Clarkson.
because he's other than punching that man for some meat. That actually wasn't that bad. It was an arsehole behaviour.
Yeah, but he didn't kill 130
No.
odd people.
We don't know that.
We don't know that. We
He
don't
may
know how
have-
many people he
He
punched.
may have killed the BBC. And he says like, and he's like, no, this is fucking. She's just talking shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not. I'm completely spot on. And the Marines.
Throughout this entire film, she's been proven not to be talking shit the entire time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I think they just sort of lock him in this room.
Yeah.
Then they look outside a window and see this big vent just fucking blasting off. And Ripley's like, what's that? And Bishop says, that's this special vent. It vents every 4 hours, and it's got like 40 megatons of power.
Yeah. You'll never need to worry about that again.
Well,
Forget about it, he says.
No, it's specifically the plan is now to rig that up to just
explode.
fucking blow the whole place to smithereens.
Classic.
And they can just get out of there.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, who's going to do it? And they're all pretty much just like, you got to crawl through proper Andy Dufresne levels of vent is what you've got to crawl through. And, Bishop just goes, I'll do it then.
Miles of xenomorph shit.
Yeah.
You've got to crawl through to get to this.
Miles upon miles. And he's just like, I'll fucking do it. And then and then one of the Marines is just like, well, it makes sense. Like, oh, Bishop's coming through, blah, blah, blah. And he says like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to fucking do it. And he's like, but I will. Like, that's...
What a hero.
Well, Bishop's coming good.
Yeah. No.
He could still be an arsehole, who knows? So he just ends up shimmying through some fucking vents for a while.
Yeah.
Then Ripley goes back to check on Newt as
Yeah.
she's asleep. And then she sees something out of the corner of her eye. And it's only fucking facehuggers.
No way. Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? So they're just going, "Ah!" And then the whole room starts blaring a big red siren. She's going, "Wah, wah, wah," and all the doors lock. And then she's like, fucking hell. So Newt ends up like trapping one of them by the tail in a table as it's fucking going for her.
Oh,
One of them goes on Ripley and it gets the little tail around its
it,
neck,
yeah.
but she's fucking fighting it off.
Yeah.
And then Corporal Sexy Boy is just like, because they start banging on the window when they're all getting out, and obviously no one can hear them.
Yeah.
And eventually someone like clocks it and goes, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
So they shoot it, and then Sergeant Sexy Boy just dives through the fucking window like a head.
Oh, what an absolute guy.
And then they
So goddamn sexy.
They blast the face hugger that Newt's like struggling with.
Yeah.
And then eventually they unravel the face hugger from Ripley and blast it to smithereens.
Yeah.
And they're all like, "Whoo, that was
Thank God that's over forever."
Yeah. and then now they have another little chat with Burke.
Yeah.
And Ripley's just like, "That motherfucker did this." She's just like, "He fucking let them loose."
He released the face huggers. He wanted Newt to be face hugged.
And they're like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, she goes, "He knew they couldn't get him through quarantine, so he was going to have them fuck our faces
and take us back.
and then take us back. And then they would have had things ready to go.
This guy's a great...
That's how you would have got him through quarantine." And he's like, "Whoa, no, that's ridiculous."
Yeah.
And
Whoa, that's bang out of order.
Yeah, and this is when one of the Marines just turns around and goes, "Well, he's dead." He's just like, "Well, I'm just going to fucking shoot him in the head right now."
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that
Yeah.
Marine, yeah.
But then we get some beeping and a bleeping.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This is never good in Alien
It's
Town.
never good. Burke, it's what I want to stress is enough. Burke real fucked the pooch here.
Yeah.
Because not only was he an arsehole in the first, not 15 minutes later, he just becomes a double arsehole.
More of an arsehole, yeah.
So they just fucking lock him in this room. Get the fuck in there.
I couldn't stress enough how angry I'd be if I found out someone had stranded me on a planet with the specific intention of getting me face fucked and impregnated by an alien. I'd be so angry. I'd be really pissed off, mate. I'd have stern words. I'd write a letter to this guy. God, he wouldn't know what hit him.
The impending threat of getting face fucked every time you go into a new place is what happens to me every time I go to Turkish barbers.
Every time you agree to refreshment, you're one step closer.
To get face fucked. So they just close the blinds. No! They're banging on the glass and makes no sound. No sound at all. Sit down, sunshine.
No sound at all.
Put that really tight fucking
towel
around my head. Right, you're getting face fucked, sunshine. Here's your refreshment, kiddo.
You're my friend now.
Watch out for my eggs. You're my friend now.
Oh my god. That's so sinister.
So anyway,
please keep going there because it's great content.
Well, it's good content. So they're all spooked because shit's going through the perimeter, and they keep like checking the corridors, and they're like, well, where the fuck are they? Because they've got the cool alien bleep scanners.
Of course they have. Yeah.
Not the best scanners.
No,
because they
very literally just tell you when it's on top of you. That's the only thing I've ever seen anyone predict with those scanners. It's on top of us,
30 meters away.
I want one that tells me when it's fucking miles away, so I know when it's far away.
Very 2D.
Yeah.
So like, if you can see in front of you, it's like bleep bleep bleep. There's one there. It's like, well, it's not in there. Well, it could be anywhere else. Like, you've got probably, I don't know, 45 degrees of vision.
This fucker could be in space above us, miles above us.
It turns out they are above, because one of them, Sergeant Sexy Boy, he's got a promotion. He opens up the roof vent and he just sees fucking loads of them just crawling towards him through like the ceilings.
So horrendous.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And so it's quite good actually, because it's a delayed reaction of him looking at it, closing the vent, and then just going just blasting up the ceiling while falling over, and then it's bedlam.
That's horrible. I love that in films where someone like sees the creature or whatever it is, or the murder or whatever it might be, and then just like closes the thing they've used to see. You know, if it's like pull the blinds down on the window or close the door. I just think that's very funny. Just
it's like, very Simpsons, isn't it?
Nope. I'm not willing to accept that.
None of that. It's like in Halloween, where she looks down and it's like Michael Myers just doing her laundry or whatever. Like, okay.
Nope. Not
shut the window.
If I can't see it, it ain't happening.
It ain't happening. I'm definitely not going to die. Woo. I haven't gone into it with you saying they're in the... Well, I'm not saying they're in the walls, but this is probably one of the most quoted films ever.
Of
shit like that. And game over, man. Game over. They're in the walls, all that sort of shit.
It's got some really great iconic moments, hasn't it? Yeah.
It has. It's been used forever in every film, every TV show ever more.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And good, because it's great.
It's a good film.
It's quite influential. So, it's Bedlam now.
Yeah.
Loads of aliens getting shot.
Oh, no.
Loads of things getting shot.
Yeah.
Ripley grabs Newt and's just like... We've also had a scene where Sergeant Sexy Boy teaches Ripley how to use a gun. And it's very sexy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I guess Ripley... I mean, she's definitely used guns in the first one, surely.
I don't know. Did she?
She did, yeah.
Did he have a gun? Well, did he didn't have a top-of-the-range pulse rifle? This guy wanks off over.
Okay.
Yeah.
She definitely didn't have a top-of-the-range pulse rifle,
no, because, why that man? And she teaches how to reload it. It's like that scene in Ghost.
Yeah, he's just behind her, just rubbing her arms.
Just rubbing her arm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Teaching how to reload.
Yeah.
It's quite sexy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean... Don't worry about it. It doesn't actually ham up any sort of relationship like that.
Right.
It's almost as like it's going to, but then the film realizes Ripley's a fucking badass and doesn't need any of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's just a jarhead. Whatever. So eventually, it's got a grenade launcher on it. I mean, this gun just gets randomly upgraded throughout the rest of this film.
Sick, yeah.
It's a pulse rifle with a grenade launcher, and eventually just gets a flamethrower attachment. Nice. So, don't know where she gets that. Don't need to know. But they decide they need to escape now, and they escape through the vents.
They decided that far too late. They're going into the vents where the aliens are.
No, because they're in the ceilings.
Oh, okay.
This is like a separate vent, because Newt's just like, I know the way, so... She goes to go, and Ripley's like, no, you fucking go behind me. If anything's going to come at us, I want to be in the front. So, that's what Ripley's like. I just said she wasn't like that, but, beggars can't be choosers, eh? So, she wants refreshment too. She had 60 years in space, mate. A long lockdown for her.
Gotta get them out.
Oh, my God. Take that money back. So, they go in the vents.
Yeah.
At this point, we see... them all going in the vent. We see Burke get eaten to death by an alien.
Oh, no, not eaten to death.
Yeah. Well, they're struggling to get out of the perimeter because now the perimeter's fucking gone.
Yeah.
And Burke's just locked all the doors.
All the doors.
Yeah, well, Burke's locked all his doors. So they end up, flashing through them.
Yeah.
And then getting through. And then a xenomorph eats him and starts banging on the other side of the door. So that's why they go in the vents. So as they're going through the vents... about 15 of them are coming after them, and Ramirez ends up shooting one.
Yeah.
And she gets acided on the legs. So she can't go anywhere. And she's just like, oh, fucking hell. And then the Sarge, the original bitch Sarge.
Yeah, the one who got knocked out by boxes.
Yeah, he's back in with a little head bandage on.
Just keeping a stern eye out for some boxes.
He goes back to Ramirez.
Fuck these aliens, the boxes are the real danger. Every time he sees a box, he's like, bah, bah, bah. They're in the walls.
They are the walls.
Game over, man.
Yeah, you gotta shoot the boxes.
He's just in an IKEA.
In every game, yeah. You gotta shoot the boxes, Dave.
Shoot the boxes.
So, he goes back for Ramirez.
Yeah.
But it's quite apparent now that she's fucked.
She's a goner. Her leg's been acided.
Yeah, so he just goes, fuck it. He sees them all coming from all angles, gets this, device out, presses it. Ramirez grabs his hand. They both press it together, and it's just a big fucking bomb.
Oh, amazing.
And just blows shitloads of them up, so he gets a heroic sacrifice in the end.
That's pretty good, yeah.
What a guy.
Sadly, the acid splashes over every remaining survivor.
Well, yeah. the other guys are fucked up.
Okay, yeah.
Because now it's just Sergeant Sexy Boy.
Yeah.
I suppose now it's like Admiral Sexy Boy.
Admiral Sexy Boy. He's really got promoted real quick.
And Ripley and Newt.
Yeah, okay.
Then they get to this bit that's in every game where, it's just a big wheel or something. Classic. Some sort of cog type thing.
This is such a sci-fi trope, so much that it was done in Galaxy Quest as a thing, wasn't it? Yeah, where they crawl through the vents and they get to a bit where it's just they have to time it perfectly to get through the ashes, and they're just like, why would we ever build this in a spaceship?
It's so silly. Why is there a water wheel in this fucking thing? So, it is a water wheel essentially. Newt ends up falling down because of the explosion, and she's like, no, and then Ripley goes and saves her. Thingy jams the gun, his gun, in the mechanism.
Oh, okay.
Which I think was Ripley's gun, but that won't matter. Don't worry about it. Ripley's gun now gets upgraded because she's got enough XP. And Newt just doesn't work. She ends up falling down this laundry chute, I guess, that's there.
Yeah.
And falling into this pool of water. And they're looking down through a grate at her. Oh, no, sorry. They run and eventually hear her shouting. I think. Yeah, I think so. And then they look down through this grate and she's there. And she's just in this like pool of water. And then a fucking xenomorph just blasts out the water and grabs her and fucks off.
Oh, no
and then by the time they get down there, she's gone. And Ripley's just like, no. And she's just screaming, just being like, they take them alive, they take them alive, they take them alive. And then Sergeant Sexy Boy's just like, listen, she's fucking gone. Just calm down. And then she's like, I'll fucking kill you.
That's the opposite of calm.
Yeah.
You're really not listening to me.
Yeah. So
you're also shouting they take them alive, so there's a good chance she's okay for now.
Yeah. So she's just like, fuck this, we're going in. So she gets in this other ship. And they go and fly in to the compound and go back to, where they all were, where all the people were, like underneath where this vent was that Bishop was going to. I don't know. I'm pretty sure at some point they've decided that Bishop was going to get some sort of plane and rescue people. I don't know. Okay. Bishop just appears again at some point.
Well, he was busy crawling through vents, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I think he did his job, but then I can't really remember him coming back, but he must have. Or they meet him on the way when they fly in.
Yeah, I'm going to say they meet him on the way.
I can't
He pops out of a vent.
Maybe he's on board the plane.
Like, fucking hell, I forgot you were in there, to be honest, fella.
Well, then again, I
completely forgot that plot.
I don't even think they do meet Bishop. I fucking can't remember, man. So anyway, she goes down to save Newt.
Yeah.
I don't know if Sergeant Sexy Boy's all fucked up, so he has to stay on the plane. I can't fucking remember.
Some things have happened.
Watch the
film. What do you think this is?
Yeah, so she goes to... Because she goes to save Newt on her own.
Right, okay.
And... I don't know, maybe the fucking Sexy Boy gets hit by boxes.
They are the biggest danger on this ship.
She goes down, and it keeps saying, like... There's 14 minutes until this whole fucking place blows up, so make sure you get out of here, okay?
Imagine being the voiceover woman who had to record that. Yeah. You sure you want me to say this seems really aggressive?
Say it exactly verbatim.
Paying you per minute that you say. Yeah. So go on. We're starting at 14 arbitrarily. And we want you to count down.
Well, it was 15, but she takes a minute in the lift.
Okay. She gets to the bottom of the lift.
Yeah.
14 minutes until this place fucking eats shit.
So get the fuck out of here. Ski-daddle. So she goes down this lift and she appears in Eggtown.
Oh, no way.
God, there's eggs.
Population eggs, bro.
And the little girl opens her eyes, Newt opens her eyes.
Yeah.
And one of the eggs, like, vagina's open.
Yeah.
And
it's all very sexual organs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Classic HR guy.
Again. And then the little facehugger comes out. And Ripley just appears and blasts it.
Nice.
And then she grabs Newt, and then as she grabs her, she starts to run away, and she's like in all these eggs, and this scene's sick, and it goes like fully slow motion as Ripley's just holding Newt, and she just turns around and looks at this horrible egg sac slurm pouch.
Yeah.
that slurms an egg out of it.
Oh.
And then she looks up and sees this massive egg sac. And then this fucking huge xenomorph.
Welcome to the Queen,
which
bitches.
is the Queen.
Yeah.
And it sort of goes... well, it sort of opens its arms a bit. And no, it doesn't make a noise. It opens its arms because Ripley just looks at the Queen, turns like 180... and just sets fire to a load of eggs.
Oh, yes.
And then looks back at her, and that's when the Queen goes ballistic, and she's just like, fuck you. And
that's got so much time for that.
But there's no dialogue at all. It's just
pure attitude. Yeah.
And Ripley's just like, no, this fucking needs to go.
Yeah.
So then
done with you.
So then it like goes back into normal time. She fucking blasts one of the normal xenomorphs, and then she switches the gun to grenade mode and just starts pumping grenades into the egg sac.
Sick.
And they start blowing up, and the Queen's going spare.
Yeah.
It's just really funny. And then Ripley's just sets fire to a load more eggs, and it's just like, right, we need to get the fuck out of here. So they start running away.
Something seems to have pissed them off, Newt. I don't know what.
But it is like that. It's like she's just gone, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah. Well, you 100% would be. I'd just be like, no, not again. I'm done with it. I told every fucker.
Yeah.
Don't. Just listen to me. Don't do the things you're doing, which are
Yeah.
fucking stupid. And now here we are, and I have to sort it out once again. Fuck this situation.
Well, earlier on in the film, she is just like, there was a big room full of eggs. What's laying the eggs? Well, she's found out now.
Now she's found
and
out.
she's grenaded the shit out of it.
She's such a badass.
She is such a
Such
badass.
a cool character.
So we have a chase scene now between the Queen, which looks, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit silly.
Yeah. Well,
because it's enormous.
Yeah.
It's dead gangly. And it's running after her. She eventually gets into a lift,
Yeah.
gives her the fingers, fucks
It's
off.
not a dog in an alien suit, is it?
It's not, sadly. That's Alien 3. And they get up to like this platform, and she's like, Bishop,
Yeah.
you motherfucker, because I guess Bishop was supposed to meet them there. I guess. And then the alien just comes up the lift as well. Like, it's press the button, just
That's
like,
amazing.
yeah, I'd love to see that.
You have 13 minutes before this whole place eats shit.
Eat shit. Please get out of here, Alien Queen. Why have I got to read this bit? Yeah, there is a small amount of beverages. Yeah. So the Alien Queen comes up in the lift and then starts to walk out, and then the ship arrives, and they both jump on, and then Ripley's struggling, obviously.
Yeah.
But then eventually they get on the ship and off they go.
Nice. Fuck you, Alien Queen.
But it's not like
Orbital nuke style.
it's not a ship to space. It's a ship out. It's
Right,
not,
okay.
not a spaceship.
It's Earth orbit.
Earth orbit.
Ground orbit.
Ground orbits. So they ground orbit away.
That's what the guy had his
Yeah.
orbital drop training in. Earth orbit. He's literally like 2 foot off the ground. He's like, bang.
Yeah.
Done it. Yes.
He's just on a trampoline.
57 more of these.
Earth orbits. Earth orbits. So they get back to like the place that they were at the very, very start.
Yeah.
The power loaders and stuff.
Yeah.
Whether that becomes important in a
Who knows?
second.
Who could possibly say?
And Bishop's just like, see Ripley, I am quite cool.
He is
When they
quite
get
cool.
off, and then Ripley's like, oh, thank fuck, that's over. And then a fucking tail just bursts through Bishop's chest.
Oh no, the
Lifts-
mandroid. Milk
lifts-
everywhere.
Mate, there's milk everywhere in this scene. It's coming out of his fucking mouth, out of his ears, out of his stomach. He's fucking milk everywhere.
As he dies, he goes, got milk.
Yeah. It was like that old fucking Vine thing that went around where people were just throwing gallons of milk on the floor in a supermarket. It's like, just everywhere. Just loads of fucking milk everywhere. And then the alien just picks him up because it's stashed away like underneath the ship and just rips him in half. And
Holy
fucking
shit.
even more milk everywhere. And the mandroid's got like mandroid innards.
It's like the Maggie Thatcher of aliens.
Fuck your milk. Newt. I'm taking your milk away, bitch.
Fuck your milk, Newt.
Yeah, well, it was aimed at her specifically. Yeah. So Bishop's fucked. He gets flung away.
Yeah.
The alien queen drops down. And Ripley drops Newton's just like, fucking get away. And just keeps going, over here, over here, over here, to the alien.
Yeah.
And it looks at Ripley and it's just like, yeah, you're getting it.
Yeah.
So it runs after her. Ripley runs away, goes into this side thing, and then she just emerges from this door in a fucking power loader.
Amazing.
As the Queen turns to Newt, and then we get the fucking best line in the film of, get away from her, you bitch!
You bitch, yeah.
And then you see the alien turn around and snarl, and we get a fucking kaiju fight.
No one likes to be called a bitch.
No one does. Not even if you're an alien. Yeah, and then we get a kaiju fight, mate.
Amazing.
Power loader,
Amazing.
mech suit versus alien queen.
Yeah.
The alien queen is rubbish.
Yeah. The power loader does not provide much protection.
No midriff protection whatsoever.
No, none
And
at all.
yet, Ripley beats the shit out of this alien queen. She grabs its head about 100 times,
Yeah.
fucking punching it right in the guts. Just doing it. It's amazing. She knocks the fuck out of it, like blocking the tail, and I think she gets slashed a couple of times, but not in major.
Imagine being fucking queen of the apex predators
Yeah.
and just having to like suffer having your head grabbed while someone just punches
It'd
you.
be
in
so annoying.
Yeah, you'd just be like, what the fuck is
Hang on,
happening, man?
what- who's this
This is
little dickhead?
really annoying.
Yeah.
Get off me.
And then eventually Ripley's just like decides, I'm just going to open the airlock on this motherfucker because
Yes,
there's a big
classic.
floor airlock,
Classic
kind of
alien.
like the pit from Robot Wars.
Nice, yeah.
So she fucking walks over. She walks over to the
Nuke's
pit.
just going,
pit.
Refbot's getting over there, just checking it out.
Good old Refbot putting out all the fires.
Standby.
Yeah, so I just bash over there with a flamethrower. That'll help. So she tries to launch this thing down the air. The airlock is still a bit closed, but it's just a big pit at the moment.
Yeah.
She tries to launch it, and the alien queen just grabs her, and it does like the goofiest flip of her just being like bang, like it's kind of like the commando phone smash. Yeah, it looks a lot like that. And she smashes into it, and then they both fall down.
Yeah.
And they like obviously the mech or the power loader is pinning the alien queen as it's like, meh. And then Ripley just gets out, starts to climb up this ladder, but the alien queen grabs her leg.
Oh, no way.
But there's an airlock release down the hole, so she's just like, fuck it. Unleashes the airlock.
Yeah.
As she like hooks her arm around a ladder.
Yeah.
And the alien's still grabbing on, and then we see Newt just start to get sucked off down this big hole.
Way. Not
and
Newt.
she's like trying to grab this whole time, right? Bishop's still going. But he's just in half with all his
just leaking milk
with all his milky in it. It's just pouring everywhere. And then he grabs Newt to save her. And then Ripley's just like, argh! And then she gives a little kick, and the alien queen blasts off into space.
Nice.
And then she crawls up the ladder, which would be dev fucking hard.
Yeah.
And then closes the airlock. And she looks down at Bishop, and Bishop goes, I guess humans are okay after all.
No one was questioning
No
that.
one questioned
If we were questioning you,
yeah.
how much of a dickhead you were going to be.
And you're in half, mate, so less of that lip. I'll go speak to your legs if you carry on like that, you dickhead. So then...
Do you know what? For that, your legs are going up
out the airlock.
Oh,
I'm opening it back up, dickhead. Wee, you're getting fixed, are you, little
Think
fucker?
about it next time. Think about what you say before you
Think
speak.
about what you say. I'm going to flick your bollocks. Your little mandroid bollocks. There's nothing you can do about it. You asshole. So...
Gonna flick your little mandroid bollock.
Then we get a scene where she puts Sergeant Sexy Boy into cryo sleep. I don't know whether he's dead. I can't remember what happened to him. He just disappeared for the last 20 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
She puts him into cryo sleep. She puts Newt and herself into a bed. This is where she's in her classic grey skivvies.
Yeah.
She's been in her grey skivvies before, but they just couldn't get enough of putting Sigourney Weaver in her grey skivvies.
Absolutely love it.
And she's just like, right, well, that's it. Let's go to sleep.
Let's go have a little kip.
And they go to cryo sleep.
Well,
and...
she needs it. She only had 56 years.
Yeah, well, she's knackered now.
She's knackered. She's
It's only been like 2 days and she's fucking back in cryo sleep. Lazy bitch. And we get a nice shot that fades to grey of them both just having a little sleep.
Does the cat go into cryo sleep? Does Jones?
I think they forgot about Jonesy halfway through this film. No, Jonesy stays on the mothership.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Jonesy doesn't go with him. She
Jonesy
specifically
piloted.
says, you're staying here.
Oh, okay.
Jonesy's piloting. It was Jonesy's plan all along. He sent them down. He was Burke.
I'd love it if after all the shit with like Prometheus and all the extra bits, that Jonesy was just behind the whole thing.
Yeah.
Jonesy was the one who took them to the first planet of aliens.
That's a secret ending in Silent Hill.
Is it?
It's just a dog was behind it the whole time. Just in
insane.
a little weird laugh. Yeah. It is insane, but very similar to that could have been insane if Jonesy was just a keyboard catting it. Well, couldn't the aliens fake a broadcast in the first one?
Yeah.
Didn't that happen?
They faked Ripley's voice, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was the planned ending.
Oh, was it?
That they
yeah.
were going to kill Ripley, and then the alien was going to get on the intercom and perfectly imitate Ripley's voice of saying, like, everything's fine, don't bother checking up on us. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, well, it can't do that in this.
No.
It's very much just... But yeah, that's the end of Aliens.
It's such a good
Such
film,
a different film.
Yeah, it's completely different from Alien. But I think that's what makes that trilogy so good. Like, those... I don't mind the third Alien.
The third Alien film is garbage, Dave. It's fucking awful.
Compared to what came after them.
No, even in the 3's bad. They just tried to remake 1 with 3, but with a bit of 2. It's shit.
Yeah. Is it 3 with all the Clone Wars?
It's a prison thing, and there's it's just fucking way
Does get
too
a bit
much.
weird,
It's
doesn't
just
it?
too much.
Yeah.
And it's got the whole ending of fucking the old thumbs up in the lava.
Oh, that's a classic, though.
Yeah, but that's a classic from a different fucking film. that was in like production hell, wasn't it? Where like a
Yeah.
director dropped out and everything. That's why that film wasn't that great.
It just feels pieced together. doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it probably would have been okay, but it got the old
everyone having a bit of a
everyone
chip
else,
in.
got the Star Wars treatment, didn't it?
Yeah. But I really like this film. I think it's very different.
It's great,
to the first Alien, but it's just brilliant in its own way, isn't it? And like you say, it's so quotable. There's so many iconic scenes. It's just it's great.
Yeah, if you want a sci-fi film and you want a sci-fi action film, this is the place to go. You don't really need to know that much about Alien, but watch Alien because it's amazing.
Because it's absolutely incredible.
And then this is just totally, completely different, and yet amazing in its own right again. And as we said at the start, I don't really know any other films that did that. Just went,
let's make something completely different.
Let's
but call it the same.
Completely different, like totally different thing, totally different message, totally different. Yeah, we got the fucking dick aliens or whatever, but there's no mother plot. There's no weird allegory for that shit. It's an allegory for America, I suppose, the American military. Like that's the
it seems to really shit all over the idea of the military,
the hoo-ha Marines, and there's people always pulling the strings, and the humans are actually the bad ones. That kind of message.
Classic
the
sci-fi
classic
trope.
sci-fi trope, and it's cool.
It's great.
It's a great film.
I'm so glad we did it, man.
Well, I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad that you stayed to the end to listen to this, so thank you very much. And if you want to hear any more, we do a full episode every single Thursday. If you want to follow what we're up to, or see any bonus shit, or see anything else that we're doing in the meantime, usually Dave, follow us on our social media at Wreckfast_club. We got a link tree and shit, so you can just follow any of them. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. We would ask, though, if you could tell a friend, and because that helps us to grow.
It really does help. Also, we've had some lovely reviews.
Oh, we
on
have
iTunes.
had some lovely reviews.
Really lovely. So thank you for everyone who's done that. It really means a lot, and it helps people find the podcast. So if you do have time, leave us a lovely review, because it really makes my day.
It does. It has been made illegal to do anything other than a 5-star, though.
It has, sadly.
It has been passed.
You can only give us 5 stars.
In Parliament recently. You're only allowed to press 5 stars on those review sites.
That's World Parliament, that's not just UK.
The World Parliament.
So everyone has to do it.
The World Galactic Parliament said that has
only
to
5 stars for the Wreckfast Club, specifically. You can absolutely dump on the other podcast.
Yeah, Joe Rogan, give him 1, who gives a fuck. He's got enough.
Big enough.
Yeah, but us, 5 only, they said. Thanks very much for listening, guys, and hopefully people hear you scream. That sounded weird.
That sounded really sinister, Working out.
Well, I hope they do.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.